It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock right now in the morning on this Sunday morning. It's been a long time since I've gotten up and done a video in natural sunlight. I miss that aesthetic. If you don't know much about me, I actually don't like using lights very much. I love natural light to come in. And unfortunately, with the way that my building faces, the sun's only in my room in the morning before about 11, 11:30, and then it's above my apartment, and then it's behind my apartment. So the two windows in here don't do anything for me. So this is a nice aesthetic. I don't have any studio lights on. I miss this kind of vibe. And what we're doing today is talking about these R3s. Now, we've talked about them before when I first bought them. We've put them on the desk. We listened to them in two-channel music. But I had a comment, and I didn't forget about you. I had a commenter about a month or two ago ask me, how are the R3s as your front stage, as your main two speakers? How do they do there? And I've actually had these in the front of my room for the last month or so. If you've watched my videos, you may have spotted them in place of my R11s sitting right here in the front. And I'm going to go right into it. I was listening to music this morning, cleaning up the house a little bit, and they just continue to surprise me with their musicality and their overall capabilities. I watch YouTube in here, movies, listen to music. I do all types of media consumption in this living room, and so these have been the focal point of all that, and they just continue to be amazing bookshelf speakers. They're on the larger side in comparison to a lot of other bookshelf speakers, but it's in their favor because their bass response is so good. I mean, it's low 30 hertz maybe with some good presence too, not just minuscule bass, but it actually sounds good down there. Distortion, I have not been able to get it to sound bad in this room. I know it's a small apartment, so I can't really turn it up the way that I want to, but there's times when I'm the only one in the complex, so I'll real quickly turn it up, and no distortion. It never sounds fatiguing. It never sounds like it's fatigued. It's a really solid bookshelf speaker, and it sounds really, really good up here. It can handle those demands, even in movies. When you want to turn it up and you want to project a loud sound, these will do it up to maybe a medium-sized room. Now, if you're talking a huge basement or something, then you don't want to use these for that because you don't want to stress these things out, or your amplifier, because they are 4 ohm rated, I believe. They can dip down there. But they are very capable of being your front two speakers, not just a two-channel music setup, but maybe a whole KEF R3 home theater setup. I could see somebody using these as their front two, turning it sideways and using it as a center channel, and then having it around there for the surround sound. I wholeheartedly believe that that'd be a killer system, and be a really good system for a smaller room like maybe mine, or a smaller home theater in a basement, or whatever the case is. But these are solid performers in everything you want them to do. And they look really good in my opinion. I love the white with the gray contrast. I wish that I had the money to go with the higher lines, because I would love to have the blue driver. It's so beautiful. The KEF puts colors together that no other manufacturer does, and it's really beautiful. And I know looks isn't really what you buy a speaker for, but heck, if you're spending all this money, it could at least look good, right? If I have to stare at it in the front of my room, and everybody who walks in has to see it, at least make it a beautiful piece of furniture to match the sound. So I think these are beautiful no matter what color you get, but I love the white with the gray contrast. My next color is like the white with the blue Unicue driver, or I have a gray with blue, or whatever. Red with gray looks really good. So that's neither here nor there. I just really love the sound of these speakers. And it seems like for the last couple of years, I've been on like a 2.5 year cycle where I'll keep a speaker for that long and then I'll get something else. These speakers may break that mold. I bought these early last summer, so this summer will be a year that we've been acquainted. I don't have any means of getting rid of them. Now, I said that about my Cantons before, and I got rid of them after 2.5 years. So I don't know. Maybe it depends what the market's doing and who brings what out there and what my pockets look like at the time. But I truly don't really intend on upgrading these speakers at all, because to upgrade these speakers, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. I spent a lot of money on these, and I don't want to go back and do it again immediately. So I do want to hold on to these for a while, because I will be looking for houses very soon. I have an app where I go through all the houses in a certain radius. So I've been not really on the market, but kind of seeing what I like. I want to take these speakers to that new place, because I'm going to pick a place that has much more space for a home theater. And when I get these speakers, my R11s, my R3s, my subwoofers in a bigger environment, it's going to be like buying new speakers because the environment is going to fit my speakers so much better. More space to breathe, more volume, I can turn it up louder. So it's going to be a night and day difference for my system, putting them in a proper place with good acoustic treatment and so on and so forth. So I want to hold on to these as long as I can because when I do move into a new house, they're going to shine and it's going to reinvigorate my love for these speakers that I already, feel like I have for them. So if you're thinking about using R3s as your main speaker or buying them for a 2-channel, whatever, home theater setup, anything, do it. I know the R3 Metas and the R11 Metas have came out. I'm not interested in upgrading to those at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I have not considered it whatsoever. I do want to hear them and see how different they truly are. No pun intended, R series. I want to see how they truly are in comparison to, I guess, the older model. But I don't have any wants or needs or anything like that to upgrade to those at all. I do want to hear them, but that's it. So, with that being said, hopefully I can get my hands on some. They are very expensive speakers, so hopefully they're sending out some review units that I can get my hands on to at least put side by side, so we can hear them and see them. I believe they look exactly the same, dimensions-wise and stuff. They're very similar, so it's all inside is what they've done to it. So I want to get my hands on some so we can hear it. But with that being said, I am absolutely in love with these. If you're not sold on the R Metas, these are on discounted prices. The whole previous gen R series is on a heavy discount most places you look. So if it's a good time to get into the KEF R lineup if you are interested, or just listen to KEF speakers in general, I highly recommend it. These are the best speakers that I have put into my room. They are almost the best speakers that I've been lucky enough to hear so far. So that being said, guys, leave me a comment down below and let me know what speakers are you running for your front stage. Are they towers? Are they satellites? Are they bookshelves? Are they in walls? Let me know what type of speakers you're using and what brand you're using and what do you think about them. Leave me that down below in the comment section. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already. We will see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.
Say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.